this week. Well, I'm awfully sorry, but I'll not be hanging for the health service this week. And you know, last week was a bit of a up and down week for me, and I'll tell you why. I went down the village to get me provisions, and there I was walking along towards the shop, and I looked up and I thought, that's a very odd place to be putting a mirror. And when I looked at it again, I realised, goodness, it wasn't a mirror. Wasn't it a picture of myself? And hadn't it wanted a reward on it for £10,000? So I thought, oh my goodness, this is giving me a heart attack. So I got out of the bus and I went to the Garda station. Oh, that's the PSNI station. And I went in and there was this young boy and he looked like he should just still be wearing shorts. And he stepped back from the counter for a moment and he nearly gave me another heart attack because here be goodness he was wearing shorts, except they were boxer shorts. And I said, what are you doing wearing boxer shorts? And you at work? And he said, well, I was tipexing and I made an awful mess of my trousers. And I said, well, he says, I can't get it out. And I said, well, if you give it to me, I'll get it out. So there I was working away at it. And he said, what can I do for you? And I said, I'm Mrs. Mack. And he said, oh, you're Mrs. Mack. Of course you're Mrs. Mack. We've been looking for you. And I said, well, I'm wondering what for. And he said, you've absconded. What do you mean you've absconded? He said, you've absconded from the south of Ireland with your camper van. He said, you haven't paid your hire fees. And I said, but sure, I've been on lockdown. Couldn't get back home across the border. Michelle and Arlene wouldn't let me. And sure, nobody's paying their mortgages and their rent and their rates and everything anyways. And sure, isn't the van infected with fleas? And the guy for the fleas still hasn't come to sort them out. And he said, well, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to keep you here. And so here I am in this cell. Now, I have to say, it's not the worst place I've stayed. I've got company, and they're just flying in and out over the top of my head. These little swallows are building away at their little nest, and I have quite a nice bed. It's a bit low, and I have my potty. Except it's not just as fancy a potty as my own, and it has a bit of an accident. It's a bit broken. But anyway, it'll do. It'll do. So, here I am, transistor radio, and I've been teaching myself how to juggle. Well, I'm not very good at it, I'm afraid. I'll have to practice a bit more. But anyway, the whole purpose of me talking to you is that I need your help. And I was wondering if there's any chance that you might help free Mrs. Mack. Because they're going to keep me here if I can't get this bail. So they want a sheep, 2 chickens, and a wheaten loaf. Now, I can understand the wheaten loaf, and I can understand the chickens, but for the life of me, can I understand why they want a ewe? So the other condition of my bail is that I need a proper accommodation, because they said my tent is not good enough. So anyway, I was wondering if there's anyone out there could help me, and I will pay my fees, but I'll have to do a little bit of work to do that. So anyway, in the meantime, have a nice hunk, and I'll see you all, and hopefully you'll get me out of here and free Mrs. Mack. Sure, the free and Yasmin and Deirdre and all those people. Now, I'll just hold a wee second there, and I'm just going to nip out and get the little bell. They've allowed me to come out the door for a moment.